from the Jackson.
What's up, y'all? This is Relly back with another video. Yes, sir. And today I'll be having Steph on a video as we discuss who's better between Luka and Trae Young. Some of y'all already in y'all head probably already got y'all answer. Some of y'all probably like, I don't know. Some of y'all probably like, I would like to hear y'all take so I can probably beat y'all up in the comments. And I would say to you, I guess we'll see which one of you are. But with that being said, with all of that being put forth already, I must tell you why Luka is the better player between the two. And here's why. Luka has shown you the ability to pass the ball. Luka has shown you the ability to score with and without the basketball. And you might say, what does that mean to score the ball without the basketball? Because he is doing all of these other things off the ball, the intangibles. He's getting you second chance baskets. He's passing you the ball. He's not, like I said, he's not the best defender, but he can do it. And on top of that, he is a reasonable size. Also, Luka has showed you that he can play the 1, the 2, and the 3 and be very effective in those 3 positions. Luka has also showed you that he will show up when it matters because he is not scared. And on top of that, if you want to backtrack and start stripping that tree of what he's come from, he's been playing with grown men all of his life before he made it to the NBA. He was already a champion in his own right. In his own league, he was already a champion. He was already an MVP with grown men. He has showed you previously his accolades of why Luka Doncic was already ready to take the leap to be a superstar. Yes, he's not on LeBron tier. He's not on AD tier. Okay, I respect that. But Luka Doncic has showed you flashes of why he can potentially be on the cuffs of that tier. I don't think he's gonna be better than LeBron, obviously, because it's LeBron. But Luka Doncic has showed you the ability and the potential where he can get as close as he can to the sky, because he showed you that he can be an elite rebounder when he wants to, an elite passer when he wants to, and an elite scorer when he is on and when he is cooking. He has shown you that he can step back. He's shown you that he can shoot off the perimeter. He has showed you that he is not scared to go inside in the paint. He has shown you the ability to be a player that is made for today's NBA. He has showed you to be a player that can play off the pick and roll. He can play off the pick and pop. He sees the floor well with KP and all of his other pieces on that floor. He has shown you that if you give him a second option, he will take the step to be the first option. And Luka Doncic has most importantly shown you that he can be a respectable first option player on a playoff team. Yes, he hasn't made the playoffs, but realistically, let's be real. On his first year, let's look at Dallas. Dallas wasn't all that good. Even with me loving Dirt in his game, come on, let's be real. Your team wasn't there. And he still won 33 games in the Western Conference first year. Right? Second year, he now is that challenge to get to the playoff. But come on, I know that Luka Doncic, with the talent he has right now, even with himself, he is gonna get that team to the Western playoffs, because he is just that good. He is just that good, scoring the ball, passing the ball, rebounding the ball, and the only thing he has to get better on is defense. But he's young and he can grasp that, he can gain that, because that's the type of player he is. So I don't know what Steph is going to tell you, but whatever Steph is going to tell you, none of it makes him better than Luka. Forget Trae Young. Trae Young, yes, he's a good player, but he's not better than Luka. let's keep it real. Luka has showed you that he is the best of the two, without a doubt. Yes, sir.
Well, I'm on the side of Trae Young, but I'll say why I believe so. Even though Luka Doncic has a statistical advantage, because he averages right now around 27, 10, and 9, which is an amazing stat line. But stats aren't everything. And Trae Young, he just got injured, but he's back. But before the injury, he was averaging 34, 10 plus assists and around 4 rebounds. And he was having an MVP start. After the injury, he's averaging around 29, 9 and 4, which is still good. It's not as great as, Luka's, but Trae Young's play style is why I say that he's better than Luka Doncic. The way that he facilitates the ball, I know people are saying, oh, Luka averages the same assists, but it's the way Trae Young is getting his assists for how I see. If you watch film, Trae Young's pick and roll game is by far top tier in the league, if not the best. He doesn't have a lot of the options that he has on his team than the Dallas Mavericks. Even though the Dallas Mavericks are not great team, they're not, astronomically better than the Hawks, but Trae Young has his next best player is John Collins, which is about a 16, 17 points per game player. It's cool, but it's not something you can rely on every night. And other than that, he has no one else. Who's going to get a bucket for them? Vince Carter? Heck no. DeAndre Hunter? No. He's like, 7, 8 points per game. Jabari Parker's trash. All those other guys, they're not showing up like Trae. He's their focal point of their offense, and his game style is well suited for today's NBA. The ability to stretch the floor like he can, there's only one other person in the league who could do what Trae Young is doing, and that's Stephen Curry. No one else can play that way. Trae right now is having a better year than Stephen Curry, even though Stephen Curry is hurt. But if I had to choose between Stephen Curry and Trae Young right now in today's NBA, this season, not career-wise this season, I'll say Trae Young. What's so great about Trae Young is he can beat you on so many ways. Like, he's a shorter player, but he can pull up from anywhere. You have to guard him as soon as he crosses half. Okay, Luka Doncic, of course, yeah, he's a 6'8" point guard a lot of times. He's overpowering a lot of other players. Great player, got nothing to say bad about him. But Luka Doncic does have Porzingis, which is a 2010 player when healthy. And but yeah, what else is there? Luka Doncic, what can I say? He's great. It's just in today's NBA, Trae Young's game is much more suited for basketball than Luka's. Luka is amazing, but Trae's game is just better. Stats aren't everything. Luka has the advantage stat-wise. But let's look at it from this perspective. Russell Westbrook has been averaging a triple-double for the past 3 seasons. And he is an amazing player and his game is great. But that stat line, that 2010-10 stat line, is that better than a player like Stephen Curry's stat line? Who average around 27, 28. Not even a double-double, but just the way Stephen Curry plays his game is different. He's not getting a triple-double, but who would you take? Stephen Curry or Russell Westbrook? I'm not saying that Trae Young is Stephen Curry and that Luka is Russell Westbrook, but I'm just give it another look at it. So the way Stephen Curry plays basketball makes him by default the best point guard in the league, right? Even though his stats aren't better than James Harden and Russell Westbrook, but you're going to take Stephen Curry because of the way he affects the game. So when you think about who's better between Trae Young and Luka, look at it from that perspective as well. That's all for today. Thank you.
Also, Steph, I thank you for joining me on this video today. You know what I'm saying? I really thank you. But we all know who won this debate. I don't even care. But with that being said, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Do not forget to like and share, and don't forget to subscribe. I know that was everything I said, but don't forget it, because I need y'all. I love y'all. Yes, sir. And if y'all don't subscribe, I'm gonna keep talking. Yes, sir. No, I'm not, because the video going, yeah, but I tried. Goose.